Hey everyone, Speed Generations, and today we have Sanei Sonic. So yeah, he came inside of a box, but then inside of like a little wrap thing. I don't know. In the listing, it didn't even show this right here. So it's kind of weird, but nah. They wanted to be generous, I think, for me to put him in that. Why is everything else falling? Stop it. Bad. No fall. Okay. But I do have my other two Saneis here. The 24 Knuckles and 2012 Sonic. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So we're going to take them out of this bag. And here we go. Oh boy. Second Sanei. Here he is. Of course, this thing's going to annoy me again, so obviously I'm going to take that off. Here's his tag, him being the first in the set, or number one. Sonic's render that seems like it's been always used lately. Sonic the Hedgehog, All Stars. Just a bunch of Japanese on the front and back. I will say right now that these guys are a lot more softer than the original set. Or at least that they feel softer from what the original set was. Because obviously my old Saneis are not soft at all compared to like these ones. And I forgot to mention that all of these Saneis have a bean, like those bean bag thingies for them to like sit down so they can like sit correctly. I forgot to mention that about Knuckles, but I'm here mentioning it about Sonic. Now, honestly, my Sonic is actually really decent because my old one here, if we look at it, on my old one here, the nose was crooked this way, so it had to get stitched in with newer material or more stuffing to keep the nose straight up. The one eye was crooked off to the side, and it was a jumbled mess, but I'm glad to have the new one. And I'll be honest, the 24 one wins by a milestone compared to the 2012 one. The 2012 one I'll always have nostalgia for. It's just the 2024 one just beats it completely. The biggest differences from the 2012 one and the 24 one is the color of them. Sonic is now his actual color. The old one was a lighter blue color. And it goes for the muzzles right here. This one's completely just stitched in. And this one, they decided to do a little bit different here, which I like. It's just on Shadow, it makes him look so bad. On Sonic, it doesn't make him look too bad. I'll say he looks decent. Sonic does definitely look pretty decent here for what he is, at least the 24 one. Also, the spikes. Here's a spike difference, by the way. For the back, hold up, let me get both of these. So 24 Sanei Sonic has a bit shorter spikes compared to 2012 Sonic. Here you go, here's that. This one's obviously like the same length, but I mean like the middle spike here. That's like a little bit more shorter. The spikes at least just seem shorter compared to the 2012 Sonic. So there's that big difference. Like I said, material's a lot more softer. The new ones have beans in them, except the old ones do not. The ears look a little different to me, considering how they did the old ears, so the ears feel a little different, but I will deal with that actually. As it goes for the shoes, it just seems like it's the same material, same everything, except now it's a lot more softer, and it's a bit more of a darker red, it seems, on the shoes now. And it seems like they used the same buckle as they used for last time with both Sanei Sonics. Down here is a little bit more gray. Obviously, you're going to get more softer out of the newer one than the older one. Mine's got a lot of hair because of my animals, so yeah, that's fun. I'm just glad to have this Sonic. I'll definitely be working my way to get Tails next, or Shadow. I don't know who yet. But right now, I was just mostly concerned about having Sonic and Knuckles, so I'm just glad I do have them now. As I pointed out in the last time that I reviewed Sanei Knuckles, he's got the new tag, or the new logo, I should say, for the modern design, unlike the old one here, which I'm pretty sure he still has. Yeah, he does. Okay. good. I'm glad he does. So the old one for this tag, and then new tag. Let's see here. Okay, the smile seems pretty much exactly the same as the last one, except it's way more noticeable on the newer one than the older one. It seems like all of the stitching and felt kind of just soaked into the mouth over time. And obviously with this being new, but I would say more down during the road, I feel like his mouth will still be kind of fine, considering they didn't put too much stitching material and felt into the muzzle this time around compared to last time. Oh yeah, these right here, the little flap things, they kept them kind of the same here, as you can see, but there is kind of a big difference compared to the 2012 one and the 24 one, which is, this one goes all the way down to here, and this one just goes from down to here up to here. The ears are kind of the same as I said, except, you know, they took it a bit more differently with that. The hands here seem more different, more softer, you know, over time. You know, you get what I mean. And obviously the stitching for the arms here is hanging out, and these ones are not. Back here. The glove, or the little things right here, this one was made seemingly more out of the like a different kind of felt, and this one was just made out of felt, and then they stitched it together. This one was not stitched together. They just slid it right on and then called it a day. So I like that they actually stitched this one on and you know, did that. So I'm proud of that. I really like that. The stomachs here, it seems like Sonic, the newer Sonic, has a bigger, rounder stomach than the old one here. So this one's like an egg shape kind of, and this one is more of like a bit fat, if you get what I mean. I don't know if you do. Let's see here. The bodies look kind of different too. As you can see, the back spikes for Sonic are more pointed out this way, and these ones are kind of pointed out this way, except they're kind of more a little straight. The tails here are a little bit similar. Sides, it seems like this one is more rounder body as well, overall around, and this one is more of like a flat, I'd say, kind of thing. I don't know. Oh yeah, as it goes for down here too, for these things, so obviously it's the same thing as the gloves for this one, but it's like all stitch in for this one. Not fully, but it's pretty stitched in. As it goes for the noses, I forgot to do that. The noses, it seems like the nose for the 2012 one is a lot shorter, but sticks out pretty well. And the 2024 one is a little bit bigger and points right up, which I like that about the 2024 one than the 2012 one. Honestly, like I said, 24 wins for Sonic. I mean, at first, they all kind of seemed bad, but like, you know, the more you have them in person, some of these are pretty good. I'd say Sonic and Knuckles so far, which I don't have Tails or Amy to tell you anything, are like mostly the best. Shadow, I don't know. I just have to be lucky to see if I get an actual good Shadow or not to, you know, just tell. Obviously, I'll compare Sonic to him since, you know, they're both hedgehogs. So, yeah, that's really it for the review, I think, here. We basically went over the differences, similarities of them, and what made them different and what makes them more stand out. Now it's time for, should you buy this or should you dunk all of your money onto this? Don't do what I do, because obviously me as a Sonic fan, I dunk pretty much a lot of my money into all of this stuff. Not just for you guys, but for myself as a collector enjoyer. So I dunk a lot of my money into a plushie or a figure or something just because I really want it and to review it for you guys and to have it in my collection. So please don't do what I do, but I'd say if Mecha Japan still has him for around 20 bucks, buy him while you can. If you can find him anywhere cheaper, sure, go for it. Get him for like 15 bucks or something, like the pre-order was, which I was going to get them to pre-order, but my pre-order wouldn't go through. I literally ordered like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and it never went through for some reason, but it's whatever. Um, so yeah, I'm just glad to have Sonic. I'm gonna work my way down to getting Tails next. Just because I want to kind of go the order that I went by trying to pre-order them. But obviously I really wanted Knuckles first because I never had a Knuckles before. So, yeah, I'll try my best to work down my way to Tails next. Hopefully I'll get him, and I'll be comparing him to my 2007 one. I don't have the 2012 one because I despise that one with all my heart. Sorry guys, but the 2012 Tails actually sucks in my opinion. But yeah, that was it. Like I said, see you guys later, and hope you enjoyed it. Whatever, and stuff. Yeah, bye guys.